So breathing deeply in through the nose and out the nose. We start in child's pose because one, it's a lovely and friendly reminder of where we can spend most of the class. I like to call the pose me time. It's where we can just drop in and connect. So use the breath, the power of the breath through this whole practice right up until Shavasana. You're focusing on that and nothing else. Through the nostrils and out the nostrils, filling up the belly. Allow the belly to push into the thighs. Reaching the arms out in front of you now. Puppy pose, spread the fingers. Keep the elbows off the earth and see if you can walk the fingers a little closer to the front of the room. Perhaps setting an intention for your practice. Why are you practicing yoga today? What was it that was that final little turning point for you to motivate you to come along? Lift slowly the hips, tuck the toes under and find your first downward dog. Pedal your way down and into the pose as you feel the stretch into the calves and the hamstrings. This homecoming, like arriving as we connect with our downward dog, and just reflect for a moment on where you have been since your last downward dog. What you've gained, what you've learned. What has changed. Bend the knees, look forwards and slowly walk the feet to meet the hands. Bring the hands onto the shins and inhale, look up. Then exhale, fold. Good, flowing breath. Ujjayi breath is on. Lift now. Bring the arms all the way towards the ceiling, shoulders down away from the ears. And then with your next exhalation, tilt. Fold from the hips. Lovely. Hands to the shins of the floor. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Make your way down to a plank position. Steady flowing breath in. Drop to the knees or keep the legs straight. Lower slow. Good, nice, slow flow, lovely. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, lovely, Kirsten. Exhale. Come back via the knees or use your core, plank back to down dog. We're doing that again. Inhale to a plank. Choose knees or straight legs. Choose by listening to your body, to your needs, to your strength level today. Inhale, depending on what you've had for breakfast, what you've had for dinner last night, sleep that you've had. The amount of water you've consumed, all those contributing factors that can affect our practice in a really big way. Right leg high and inhale. Bend the knee, exhale, knee to the chin and kiss. And inhale, lift the leg high to the ceiling, return the foot to the floor. Left leg, inhale. Bend the knee, exhale, shoulders over wrists and kiss. Inhale. Yes, there's a couple of kisses. Return. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Then brush and reach towards the ceiling. We're finding our flow. This is the warm-up series. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale, pigeon toe the feet wide now so they come probably a little bit wider than the shoulders. Reach your right arm behind you and turn the palm to face the floor first of all. Reach behind, now bend into the knees and then turn the palm to face the ceiling so the shoulder rolls inwards and then bend the elbow and bring the right hand to the hip. Reach your left arm toward the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, bend the left elbow and bring the hands towards one another. And then from here you can start to straighten out the legs. Good, your strap is handy should you need it. Take another breath in. And exhale, release, bend into the knees. Left hand this time, reach it back, turn the palm, bend the elbow, right arm high. Exhale, bend at the elbow, lovely. And then start to straighten out the legs, that's it. It's adding a hamstring stretch. Steady flowing breath, one sustainable movement. Exhale, hands to the earth. Bring the hands up onto the shins, inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to the floor inside the feet, bend the knees, left leg steps back, lizard, left knee to the floor. Right foot can turn as much as you need, so you can angle it more towards the right hand corner of your mat. You can stay here on the hands, you can come to the forearms, you can drop onto a block and use the block to support you. Good. Slowly return. Draw the right foot back in towards the midline. Keep the left hand grounded and lift the right arm up towards the ceiling. Option to fold your left leg and take your right hand to the top of the foot or towards one another, so they can just reach toward each other. They don't have to actually connect. Release. Bring the right hand back inside the foot. Take the right foot a little wider. We're going to swap the legs now. So bend. Left foot steps its way up. Right foot steps its way back. Good. Modifications that you used last time. Left knee as wide as it needs to go. Soften into the hips. Breathe. The right hip flexor getting a lovely stretch. So you can draw the right knee further back if you need to. Another breath. Let the hands do the work. Take some weight into the hands. Left foot draws in, right hand stays planted. Left arm lifts. An option to reach for the back foot. Another flowing breath in, and then return. We're going to step our way back to a plank position, so the right leg will lift, left will step back in line with it. You choose to flow or come back to downward dog or child's pose. Good. From downward dog, bend the knees, look forwards and practice a few jumps here. Unless you've got yourself pregnant, just slowly walk it up. From the top of the mat, inhale to rise and exhale to fold. Bend, brush and reach towards the ceiling. We're going to bend the knees and come into our chair pose. So separate the arms, keep them high or bring the hands to prayer. It's entirely up to you if you're wanting to take it easy on your shoulders. Good. Another breath in. Hands to heart. Lean forwards. Left hand to the floor. Ground it down. Right arm lifts. Keep the knees in line. 2 breaths. And then return the gaze to the hand on the earth and swap. Right to the floor, left high. Return. Both hands to the floor. Lift onto the fingertips. Inhale, rise. Exhale, firmly plant the hands. Step your way back to a plank. Flush it out or meet us in downward dog. Good. Right leg high to the ceiling once you've arrived. Bend at the knee and this time open into the hip. Good, so you're drawing the right toe towards the person next to you. Exhale, step it up. Warrior two. Back left foot into the earth. Windmill up. So you want to still bend deep into the right knee. Okay, so this right leg is engaged. Couple more breaths. Shoulders down away from the ends. Engage the arms. So really hug the muscle into the bone. Good. Flip and reverse. Left to the thigh, right is high. Keep with your reversed motion with the upper body, but just lengthen out the right leg. So now we're in reverse triangle pose. Avoid locking the knee. So you want to still keep a gentle micro bend. Inhale, lift up and out. And exhale, triangle. Right hand to the shin or to the block or to the floor. Left arm is high. You can bring the left arm overhead. You can take it back behind you for a half bind. Another deep breath in. Bend back into the right knee to exit. Move the block. Lift back to warrior two. Good. Reverse your warrior again. And then with the next breath, flow. Vinyasa. Remember, you've got child's pose. Awesome. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Left leg high. Bend at the knee. Open into the hip. That's it. Next exhalation, step it through, warrior two. Two more breaths. Reverse, right to the thigh, left is high. Lengthen out the left leg. Lift out of the pose. So we really lean forward. Left hand to the floor, to the block, to your shin. So you want to really feel like you're pressing the feet firmly into the earth, like you could almost rip your mat in two. Engage the thighs. Draw the right hip back. Lovely, April. Some of us coming into half binds. Some of us reaching the right arm overhead. Another flowing breath in. And then a bend into the left knee. And then we find our way back to reverse warrior. Breathe in, breathe out, flush it out. We're going to meet in all fours. So you might want to give yourself some time in child's pose. Come through down dog. And then we'll come to all fours. Good, and then we're going to inhale to look up towards the ceiling, heart wide open. Exhale, let it out. Good. Two more. Breathe in to fill. Breathe out to empty it all. Third and final round. Natural to feel like coughing as well. Lovely. Right leg reaches out behind you. And then we're going to start to take that right leg out wide. Good, breathe it in. Exhale, return. Fold the leg. Left hand reaches for the right foot. Similar to what we did before. You can press the foot into the hand. Good. Return, both leg and arm reach away from one another now. So fingers toward the front, toes towards the back. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, return. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, return last time. Hand and knee to the earth. Left leg lengthens, reaches back. Left leg comes wide. Good. 3. Whole new appreciation for dogs now. 2. 1, return. Fold, right hand, arch of the foot. Into a back bend, or just give yourself a quad stretch here. Good, steady flowing Ujjayi breath. Release, arm and leg reach away, right into the fingertips and toes. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good, inhale. Breathe it out, draw them in toward one another. And then last breath in. Bring the hand and the knee back to the floor. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees off the floor about an inch or so. Breathe. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees, look forwards. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale to rise. Exhale and fold. Bend, brush and reach toward the ceiling. And then exhale to bring the hands to heart. Good. Right hand to the hip. Left peace fingers come out. And we're going to bend the left knee and take the fingers around the ball of the, not the ball, sorry, the big toe. So you may just want to keep the leg drawing in towards you. If you want to add on, you can start to lengthen out the leg. Good, so establish a drishti point in front of you that's not moving. Take another flowing breath in. And we've warmed up for this one now. Fold the leg back in. Release the grip. That left hand now reaches behind you. You catch the foot by the arch of the foot. Right arm lifts high. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Good. From here, we're going to fold forward. So keep the left leg up towards the ceiling. Standing, balancing splits. Bring the hands down to the floor. Option to bring the hands to either side of the right calf. Good. Return the leg down to the earth. Take your peace fingers out and wrap them around the big toes now while the feet are grounded, and inhale to rise. Exhale and fold. Good, again, inhale. Exhale. Release the hands, bend the knees, brush the fingers, lift the arms back up to the ceiling. Hands come back through heart center. Left hand to the left hip, peace fingers of the right hand. Wait until left, right lifts. Maybe lengthen out the leg. Good. Last breath here. And slowly, mindfully, right hand reaches for the arch of the right foot as you fold the leg back. Left arm high. Slowly to your standing, balancing, splits. Some of us reaching the hands for the calf. Let your head just hang here, draw the chest to the thigh, lovely Lisa. Good, and then meet us in a forward fold. Peace. Fingers again around the big toes. Inhale to rise. Bend the knees as much as you need to here. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, fold. Good. Pigeon toe the feet a little wider this time. Left arm reaches underneath you. Elbow bends. Shoulder rolls inwards. Fold the arm back again. You've already done this. Right arm lifts high to the ceiling. Exhale, bind or use a strap. Now you can straighten out the legs or you can hang out here. Or if you want, you can add on and take your weight into your right leg and lift your left off the earth. Even just by lifting up onto the ball of the left foot. Lift up, look up. And then maybe start to practice taking the leg off the earth. Good. Bird of paradise. And then the mindful art of gracefully exiting the pose, just as slow and steady, and the attention that we use to come in, we use to come out. Release. Bring the hands into the thighs. Inhale, up cat variation. Exhale, let it out. Again, inhale. Right arm reaches between the legs and back. Shoulder rolls in, palm turns to the ceiling. Fold the arm. Left high, folds back, strap if you need, look up, lift, even just lifting up onto the ball of the right foot, look up. So wherever you are, drishti first. What are you focusing on? What are you telling yourself? And then just the same attention as you exit. Hands into the thighs. Well done. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale again. Exhale. Good. And we're going to take a little Buddha walk to face the left side of the room and take the legs wide. Fold forwards and interlace your fingers behind you. Allow the head to draw toward the earth and bring the arms overhead, releasing into the shoulders. You may prefer to use a strap here. We're twisting. Bring your right hand down beneath your face and ground it. Like we did earlier in our revolved chair, we're going to lift that left arm up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. We're going to find a flow. Exhale, left hand to the floor, right lifts. Twist open. Good. On the exhale, return. On the inhale, lift and heart opens. On the exhale, return. Last round, inhale. Good. Reach anywhere for the legs this time. Anywhere for the legs. That might be the back of the thighs, back of the calves, perhaps down along towards the ankles, the heels. Peace gripping the big toes again or taking the hands around the outside of the feet. Bring some weight into the balls of the feet. If you're starting to bend the elbows, draw them toward the back of you. Back of the room. Breathe it in. That's it. Lovely. Excellent. Let's inhale and bow pull. So look towards the ceiling or towards your midline, your hairline. And exhale to fold. Yes, inhale, come again. Exhale. Bring both hands beneath you and inhale to rise again. And then this time we safely come out. So exhale and bring the hands to the hips, engage the legs, and inhale, slowly return back to stand. Good, turn the feet in so they're on 45-degree angles. Bend into the knees. Left arm underneath the right, eagle arms. Good. Sink a little deeper. For 3, 2, 1. Release the arms, take them wide and inhale. And exhale. Right arm underneath the left. Good. Legs say thank you tomorrow. 2 more breaths here. Release the arms. Inhale, straighten out the legs. Turn the toes back to face this side of the room. Bring the hands to the hips. Turn right foot. Step left to join. Good. Hands at prayer. Inhale long. Exhale to fold. Breathe in to rise. Exhale, left leg steps back. Left knee to the earth. Lift into the arms. Bring your hands to prayer. Left elbow to the right thigh. Stay low, or if you want to add on, tuck the toes and lift the left leg. Good. Return the gaze. Bring the knee back down to the earth. Bring the hands to either side of the leg and draw the toes towards you as you give yourself a hamstring stretch. I'm giving some of the option of coming into full monkey here if you want to add on. So you can draw the right heel further forwards and the left knee further back. So until you get enough of a stretch into that left hip flexor and the right hamstring. Good. And then we just come to a place of acceptance as we surrender here. Slowly we're making our way out. Just be mindful, especially if you're on the jade mat. Bring the hands back out to the top of the mat. We're stepping forwards. So left foot will join the right, the top of the mat, and then the right foot will step back. Low lunge. Hands to prayer, right elbow, left thigh. Up on the back leg if you did last time. Left hand really pushing into the right. You can always modify and bring the hands to the floor as well. See if you can avoid dumping weight into the right arm, but actually use the core to do the work. Yeah, so almost imagine your arms not even touching your leg. Return. Hamstring stretch. Toes toward you. So you feel this stretch into the left calf. Square off the hips. And you want to keep the hips squared off. So actually look at the hips if you need to, because there's a tendency for left hip to want to move forward. And then start to walk the left heel forward and the right knee back. You can use a block beneath the hips. Just an acceptance, that's all it is. Breathe it in. Empty it out. Good. Slowly make your way back to the top of the mat again. And inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, make your way back to a plank position. And flush it out. Right leg high to the ceiling, bend at the knee, open into the hip again. Option to flip your dog, wild thing just for April. Left leg long, ball of the right foot to the floor, right arm overhead. We're meeting everybody in pigeon, so you can come into pigeon now, or you can take a few moments in your wild thing. You'll bring your right knee to your right wrist. And untuck the toes of the left foot. Inhale to rise. And exhale, fold. See if you can just encourage the left hip to come in line with the right. So you're drawing it down toward the earth. Your left leg is long behind you. That's it. So you don't feel like you're sinking all your weight into the right thigh. Slowly returning. Tuck the toes under of the left foot and lift the left kneecap off the earth. Tuck the toes under the left foot and lift the left kneecap off the earth. And then take the left leg all the way out in front of you and over your right. So we're going to come into a seated twist. Left hand comes to the earth behind. Right arm to the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale to wrap the arm around the leg. Remember, you can use the elbow or the shoulder on the outside of the left leg. Left hand either to the floor supporting you, or use the core and bring the hand back to the hip. Good. We do a lot of planks through our practice. There's a lovely reverse plank that we can do to use the opposing muscles. So come out of your twist and bring the hands in behind you. So we can either straighten out the legs, which is more an advanced version of the pose, reverse plank, or you can just bend at the knees here and lift the hips this way. So the wrists beneath the shoulders lift into the hips. Keep the gaze forwards or protract the chin and take the gaze back. Slowly, we come back to the earth with the sit bones. We then bring the knees all the way up in towards us so we can wrap the arms around the legs, bring the forehead to the knees. Good. Cross your legs now. Take a natural cross, just cross your legs. And then bring perhaps the fists, we'll do a fist variation, just next to the hips. Good, we're going to push the fists into the floor. Use the core, and we're going to use the pelvic floor muscles and work them to try to lift the feet off the floor. Give it a go. They're the muscles that we use through our jump throughs. Good. We're coming back to downward dog. Either swivel the legs one direction, or bring the hands out in front of you. Make your way back. Feel free to flush it out if you'd like to between rounds, or to stay here and pedal at the feet. Good. Lovely, Kirsten. Left leg, when you're ready, height to the ceiling, bend at the knee, option to flip your dog and come into your wild thing. knee to the wrist, and tuck the toes. Inhale, length, and exhale to fold. Breathe all of that away. Soften. And just notice if anything's coming up for you. But just notice, just observe the passing thoughts. There's no denying that they're there. But there is learning to send them away. Slow and steady, lifting out. Hands back into the earth. Tuck the toes under of the right leg, toes of the right foot, and then lift the right kneecap off the earth. Good. Maintain core, strength, stability as you flow around. Right leg across and over the left. Right hand to the floor. Left to the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale to wrap. Shoulders relaxed. Last breath. Return the gaze. Lengthen out the legs in front of you now. Feel free to use the strap. We're going to move into a forward fold. And take the strap around the ball of the feet. So you can get nice and long in the spine for preparation. Inhale, rise. And then exhale to fold. So we're folding from the hips, draw the navel in. And then encourage the navel down towards the thighs. Lift up, come out. We'll continue with our forward folding theme, but we'll draw the right leg in. So we'll just focus in on one leg. Right leg in towards you. Any other variations that you're familiar with? Maybe half lotus or hero work. And then inhale to lift into the arms again. Maybe you can bend that knee as much as you need to and fold forwards. Hands can come either side of the leg. Fold down over. Good. lifting the legs. Right leg out, left in as you did on the previous side. Strap if you need to, bend at the knee. Inhale to rise. Exhale, fold. Good, so keep the heel right out in front of the hip, Maddie. Lifting up, coming out of the pose. Remember how you crossed your legs before? We're going to do it again, but we're going to do it the non-habitual way. If you're not sure what that way is, just go to cross your legs. And then we're going to swap it. And then we find our fists again and take them into the floor next to us. Good. So it's an arm strengthener. Then it's a core strengthener. Then it's a pelvic floor strengthener. Well done. Undo the cross. Take the soles of the feet towards one another, but we'll take them away from the body so we're in more of a diamond shape. Hold on to the ankles, inhale to rise. And then exhale to fold forwards. So you can bring the elbows to the legs. Another alternative is to take the palms underneath the legs. And then wrap the hands around the feet. And bring the head down towards the feet, that's it. Good, slowly return. Before we turn us upside down, because we've been sort of focusing more into the hips and the hamstrings, we're going to work into our hammock pose. If you prefer not to work hammock and you've got another pose you'd like to do, then see this as sort of a freestyle timer class before we move upside down, but I know a lot of you do enjoy this. If you're not familiar with the strap, you can ask the person next to you or you can listen to my cue. Tip end goes to the buckle and it finds the material side of the buckle and it loops in that side. So it's going to loop in the material side of the buckle. Then through. And then you'll bring the strap around the back of the head and around the ball of the foot that you choose to work with first. So it's around the back of the head, not the neck. It's the back of the head so that you can get this stretch into the neck and into the hamstring. As you press the foot away to give you more of a neck stretch, or press the head into the strap to give you more of a hamstring stretch, and just leave the palms face the ceiling. I'm coming around to see some of you with that strap. Looks like we're almost there. Good. Material side. Material side. I finally learnt that little trick only recently. Been teaching for 7 years. Just winging it, you know, trying one side that wouldn't work, so I try the other side. Speaking of other sides, shall we love up the other hamstring? coming out and moving into inversions. So either come and bring your legs up the wall. Come into a shoulder stand. Happy baby pose. I didn't turn this slide off for you, sorry. So in your shoulder stand, there's still engagement in through the legs, into the core. So we draw the elbows in toward one another. Good. Any variations that you're familiar with? Working down to plough, into knee to ear pose. If you're against the wall, you can take this twist just where you are by taking the legs off the wall and bring the knees in towards the chest. Once you've exited, bring the knees into the chest and take your arms wide and then just allow the knees to fall to the left side of the room. You can take the gaze to the right. Good, next breath, draw the legs back in as you use the core. And exhale, opposite side. Gaze to left. Return the gaze, return the legs. If you're on the wall, you come back into the middle of the room. If you're down on the floor, you'll locate your block and work to fish pose. So bring in the block sideways or long ways beneath the shoulder blades on its flat side or high side. Any other modifications that you're familiar with, coming onto a bolster. Katie, you can bring the bolster further down towards your sacrum. That's it. Good. Last couple of flowing Ujjayi breaths before we move into the practice we've all been waiting for. Slowly now remove the block from beneath you. Settle back down to your mats. You've earned it. You deserve this. Give yourself the permission to do this And know that you can do this, because all you are doing is returning to a place that has become unfamiliar but once was very familiar. And it's a place that is our natural state. Yes, before we added on all the layers, all the stories. This is a natural state for us human beings to be in, where we are content. Steady flowing breath. Not trying to judge anything. Not trying to make anything mean anything. But just enjoying the ride within as you journey to a place that you can return to any stage. It is safe for you to go there. Get yourself comfortable. We're here for a little while. Turn the palms to face the ceiling, roll the feet away from the body. Allow every part of your body to relax. The deeper you breathe, the deeper you go. Scan the body for any remaining tension. Scan the mind for any remaining setbacks, limitations, habits, and let all of that go. Breathe. Just a gentle amount of movement back in. Now is to see how long we can stay in this natural state. What else does it take to stay just as we are? Take this out into the world. Take this into your day. Share it with others. Wiggle the fingers and toes and start to bend at your knees and roll to a preferred side. Slowly making your way to an upright, cross-legged seated position. The salute that's known to so many cultures around the world of bringing the hands to prayer at the heart center. The light within me salutes and honors the light within you. Go out and have a fabulous day, everyone. Namaste.
Namaste.